In this video, we are continuing on with our series of modernizing the MyListing property demo. So I'm going to recap what I've been doing since I published the last video, and then we'll see what's coming next. All right. Okay, so what I worked on since the last video was the blog page. So let's go over there. This is all styled up with CSS. Also, the blog page, as it came with the theme demo by default, comes with the old Elementor sections and columns, which we don't want to have. So those have been completely converted over to Elementor containers. So that's going to be better for performance, SEO, all kinds of things. The other thing I did is I added the free search plugin, Ajax Searchlight, just like I did in the car demo, the new car demo. So that's going to give us this search up here. Again, it's a free plugin and it's extremely powerful. So if I do a search here, really nice results with this. Okay. So that was done. And then obviously, the design, because if we look at, let me pull up the MyListing demo here. All right, here is the property demo from MyListing. And this is all you get. There's no search. The design is pretty lacking. There's not a whole lot you can do. But just with a little bit of CSS and a free search plugin, we were able to style it like this. Okay. Anything else I need to mention on there? If we go into into one of these blog posts, okay, I styled up some things in here. So let's do that over here. So this is what you get out of the box with MyListing, the MyListing demos, and this is what we have now. So this one doesn't actually have an image. Okay, so they didn't actually apply an image to theirs. It looks like they did though. So I don't know why these images aren't coming across. But anyway, that's an issue that they need to iron out. But this is what we have. And a little bit of styling here on the icons that make them unique compared to what they have over here, just so they stand out. The way everything is laid out here with the headings and the text, that's all fluid typography that is implemented with CSS and these sites that I build. So you compare that to what's over here. It's just, there's no headings really for you to look at to know how it's going to look as far as responsive design and whatnot. So they don't really give you that option to look. So if we open all three of these posts, it's just the same thing. It's just text. So it's hard to really see what they're providing you. Okay, but again, fluid typography all throughout. The meta here, which is in this case the tags, is designed, whereas over here, you just kind of get these little boxes that are kind of easy to miss. And then this whole comment section has been fully customized, whereas down here, this is kind of what you get. This isn't the end of the world, but once you start adding comments and stuff, it's not as polished as what you see right here. Okay. So that is the blog page, the single post. Now we got the shop page. Okay. Let's bring up the shop page from the MyListing demos. Similar thing. It's just very basic compared to this. You have no ability to search. You can sort, but you can't search. So again, we're using that same plugin and we can search for any package we want or any product we want through here. And there you go. Okay, so completely different design. The rating stars are custom design. I'm not even sure if that's, we don't see that on the shop page here. So I'm assuming they don't have that designed. Maybe these products just aren't rated yet. So that's a possibility. But again, completely custom design. All right, let's go into one of these products. So this is the single product. And let's go into one of their single products. So this isn't terrible, but this is what we have now. Just a cleaner look. Everything is custom. Okay, down here we have the custom description styling, whereas over here, this is what we have. We don't have any reviews to show, but as you see, you hover over these and there's black icons, which over here, we have red icons. And then once a review is posted, those icons will also be red. This is your accent color, guys. So literally in 1 minute, less than a minute, I can change all of these colors. So if you were interested in buying this site when I release it, you literally would go into your dashboard. You would go into theme options, change this accent color, go over to WP code box, go into global and change the accent color and you're done. What is that? 10 seconds, 15 seconds? All of this stuff that you see that's red here will be whatever brand color you want it to be. Okay, it's just that fast. So super slick. Okay, speaking of CSS, so I think you get the idea of how this is all designed. Speaking of CSS, I just want to recap how this is done. So we have a shop page CSS package, and all of these are going to be available individually, just like with all my starter sites. But you're going to have a shop page CSS package. It only applies to the shop. So when a page URL contains the word shop, this code is going to apply. It's not going to apply anywhere else on your website. So it's great for performance, for troubleshooting. So if you think you have an issue here, you can just toggle off the code snippet and test. It's that simple. Everything is modular the way the CSS is provided. So it's just toggle switches on and off for testing, troubleshooting. Whatever code is applied here is not going to break any other areas of your site. It's all self-contained. Looking at the individual products. So with this CSS package, it's saying if the current post type is product, we're going to apply this code. Okay. One unique thing about this, though, is that even though we're targeting the post type of product, because the shop page pulls from that post type. So this grid right here is also impacted. So that's something to keep in mind. Okay. Moving over to the blog, same thing. Using the conditions builder, we're applying this CSS only if the current post is the blog page. Moving over to a single blog post, we're only applying this CSS if the current post type is a post. Okay, so everything is done modular, again, for performance reasons, for easy troubleshooting, to only apply the CSS that you want. So if you want to just grab these individual CSS packages from the club website, you can do that. You can buy the starter site. You can get all of the CSS packages. I give you a million ways to get this stuff, but that's the breakdown of the CSS. Okay, looking over into our MyListing Project Template, we wrapped up, so we're done with those 4 items that I just covered in this video. And next up, I will move over, I believe, I'll move over to the pricing pages and the add listing page. So if we go over to add a listing, this will be styled up a bit differently. Once we go and choose our listing type, this will all be styled up all nice and neat. And then as well as our front facing pricing page. So this will all be styled up. So I think that's what I'm going to target next. And yeah, hope you enjoyed this video and I will see you in the next one.